Welcome to Vertical Dreams, a 4-part web series that will follow 3 men and 3 women as they attempt to be on the 2018 vertical skydiving record for the very first time. Trying something new for the first time can be an intimidating experience. Attempting to be on the vertical world skydiving record is just that. No matter how much you prepare, you may never feel quite ready. When you're going to chase down your dreams, you have to put the fear behind you, put it all on the line, and start to make it happen. It's time to start our journey. Let's travel to Sebastian, Florida, and meet our first streamer on their road to the vertical world skydiving record.
My name is Adam Bojo. I have around 1,200 skydives, I think. I've been skydiving for about 5 years now. I got into skydiving, my dad actually brought me for my first skydive opening day at Skydive Chicago. It was really cold that day. That's about all I remember from it. Why do I jump? I think it's a part of my day where I'm not thinking about the bills I have to pay. I think it brings me right there, and that's the only thing that matters right then is that jump and the people around me, and I think it just really grounds you right then, you know. Goodness, when was the last vertical world record? Was that 2015? So I was there for that. You know, I would come out after work. I'd see those big waves take off, and I'm not sure how you wouldn't be inspired by that. You know, that level of flying, that many people coming together with a common goal. So I think that's if you see that, it's hard for me not to wonder, you know, how you couldn't follow that path.
Now let's head on over to Eloy, Arizona, where cold temperatures met our 4 new dreamers as they prepared for their first tryout.
My name is Walker Jezik. I have been skydiving for 5 years, 6 if you count the tandem that I did. After my birthday, my mom had bought me a tandem. So that kind of started it all, and I tell her that she's the reason that I'm doing all of this. Started my AFF, and I decided to tell them that I had started skydiving after I was like mostly through my AFF progression. I was like, "Dad, I joined a club, look at this." And he was like, "No, I meant like the Frisbee Golf Club." So I decided I wanted to be on a vertical world record when I first learned that records were a thing in skydiving. I finally feel like I am good enough that I have a chance, so.
My name is Joel Dupre. I've been skydiving for roughly about 13 years now, and about 2,500 jumps. I got married in 2008, so 10 years, yeah. I've been my wife 6 years before that, and we have a 17-month-old baby boy. Right, maybe after the last world record, I kind of started getting some interest in it, and a friend of mine unfortunately had passed away, and he was aspiring big weight belly flyer. And so this, for me, it's kind of a tribute for him as well. I want to do it for him, but I also kind of want to do it for myself and push myself in the sport because it's ever evolving, and it seems to be the way to go.
My name is Jasmine Martinez. I have been skydiving for about 5.5 years, and I have 1,240 something jumps. I keep jumping because I fell in love with the sport, the community, the family, and everything that skydiving has to offer. I graduated college with my BSN, so I'm a nurse, and it was always my dream to become a travel nurse. And so almost 2 years into my nursing career, I started traveling. I decided that I wanted to be part of the vertical world record last October when I went to a camp, and I received a report card that was better than I expected. And on the bottom in the comments it said, do another camp and try out. I was like, hey, this is a challenge, all right, I'm up for it. And so I decided to go for it.
I'm Melanie Firth. I've been skydiving for just over 5 years, and I have about 950 skydives. When I was 26, I had vacation and I was going home to see my family, so I went to Cross Keys and did a tandem, and then went back and did another one like a week later and decided to get my license. My parents were a little freaked out at first, but once they saw how dedicated I was to it, they totally support me now, and every time I jump, they just say, please be safe. I decided to be part of the world record. I mean, I'd always thought about it. When they did it in 2015, I wasn't anywhere near ready enough, but after the California record, I kind of thought that I wanted to at least keep doing the camps, if for nothing else than to gain skills and If I get an invite, that's great, but if not, I'm still learning, so it's okay.
Most skydives are done just for fun. It's only when you step up to the vertical elite that you have to handle the added pressure of being judged. Will the dreamers' anxiety overcome their ability to perform, or will they prove that they deserve a spot among the vertical elite?
Yeah, the jump went okay. The skydive was good. So I was just waiting for the pod to build, which it didn't.
Cold, really cold. We need to be a little more aggressive, but looking forward to the next one.
A little nervous this morning, but so far so good. The jump went well. I always feel like I could do a little bit better, so I think that's just part of it.
Now let's travel back over to Sebastian, Florida. One of the challenges in skydiving is weather. With low clouds and rain, they were only able to jump for one day at this camp. Let's see how Adam handled the added pressure of showing his skills in such a short time frame.
I think the scariest thing that happened today, you don't want to say scary, but break-offs are always, they're not always perfect, and you need to adjust pretty quickly because it's break-off and the ground comes at you rather quick. Do I think I earned an invite? I think the scorecard shows maybe a pretty good chance. I wouldn't be, would have any hard feelings if I didn't. So yeah, we'll be back here in February. It's mostly train every week.
Our dreamers are learning that invites to the record do not come easy. Let's see if any of the dreamers in Arizona were able to secure an invitation at the end of day 2.
So I just want to let you know today went well. Like I texted you earlier, I felt like I did really good, so hopefully the turnout comes out well.
Awesome.
Formations did not build complete today, I don't believe. They came close, but there was a couple out, a few pods built, which was nice, but not all of them came together. Today I learned a lot more about organization, the planning, just the smalls. Again, working on the smalls. Everybody can fly. It's just doing the small things that make everything nice and clean and smooth. From now to the next tryout, I'm basically going to jump and just keep working on the skills, keep flying, work on my weaknesses.
Was I happy with my performance? I was. I was really excited that, even with, some little things that I'm probably being a little more critical of. My favorite jump was probably the last one because I felt probably the most confident going into it. Everyone was a little bit quieter on it and it was pretty smooth. How did I deal with the canopies in the air? So that's one thing that I get really nervous about, being around so many canopies at the same time. I've got a canopy that's pretty versatile. I can hold for a while or I can get down fast. So, and actually on the first 45 way, I was the last one down, and that was cool. What did I learn today? Levels are everything, and the one time that I do know that I went off level, it caused chaos. So I think that's the most important thing, and definitely learned how much of a difference it makes. Do I think I earned an invite at this camp? I think that it would be possible. There are a lot of talented flyers here, but with that comes a lot of competition. I think that I'll work on taking that breath before docking. The organizers also said to flex your feet. It quiets down the legs, and so I think that's something that I'll try to work on.
Today I learned that I need to be more aggressive and not be a little bitch when I'm approaching the formation. I get very hung up on not wanting to bomb at the formation or not wanting to fly, so I kind of need to get over that fear.
Hello? Where's the super aggressive person that came in with the mean face when she had to break back into the base when the base blew up?
She was unfortunately absent today. Aircraft, I got a 1. Awareness, I got a 1. Control, 2. Canopy, 1. Overall, I got a 2. I think it's pretty accurate, yeah. Overall, I think the camp could have been a lot better for me. I was a little disappointed in the way that I flew, but I'm also really hard on myself.
Hey Walker.
Hey Mom, how are you?
I'm good, how are you doing?
Pretty good.
Well good, you know I always like to hear your voice.
It was definitely an eventful day, I'll just say that.
Okay.
On landing, on one time I ended up running into a buddy of mine and upending him.
Oh no, well that happened on the ground?
Yes, on the ground.
Yeah, I don't mind those so much.
Yeah. Yep, we'll talk to you later I guess. So, ultimately I messed up. I feel pretty good about my flying. So my performance report is aircraft, I got a 1. Speed was a 1. Tracking, I got a 1. Canopy, got a 3. It makes sense, I get that. Overall was a 2. At the next camp, I plan on not running into anybody.
At the conclusion of Camp 5 and only 4 more remaining, our dreamers head home. Join us for episode 2 where a new dreamer joins the crew and begins her journey. As the pressure builds, will our dreamers be able to earn invites to the record, or will they end up watching from the ground? Be sure to like Skydive Chicago's Facebook page so you can join us for all the action and follow your favorite dreamer as they try to reach their goal of becoming a member of the Vertical Elite.